Hey everybody, it's the Film Optimist, and today I'm talking about All Dogs Go to Heaven, directed by Don Bluth, directed and animated by Don Bluth. Um, I just found this shit out, and it blows my mind. Okay, so Don Bluth was an animator at Disney. He left and went and made his own amazing films, such as An American Tail, both the first and second one. Secret of Nim, really good. I have not seen the American Tail movies. This one that I'm going to review, All Dogs Go to Heaven, and then the Land Before Time series. Well, the first one anyway. The rest, anyway, it blew my mind because this film takes place in 1939 New Orleans. I had no idea it took place in 1939. Holy shit! Anyway, it stars Burt Reynolds as Charlie B. Barkin, a street dog. He escapes from the pound with his best friend Itchy Itchyford, who's like kind of like a wiener dog, I guess. Is he a wiener dog? A dachshund, also known as wiener dog. And Burt Reynolds is a German Shepherd and former con artist. He is a con artist pretty much all of the entire film. And then we have Carface Carruthers. He is an American Pit Bull Terrier slash Bulldog. Makes blue nose. Holy shit. Um, Voiced by Vic Tayback. Um, there's a bunch of other fucking characters in this. Charlie and him and Itchy escape from the pound. They go to their riverboat slash casino, owned by both Charlie and Carface, their partners. Now, Carface is very obviously like a mob boss. He's smoking his cigars and everything, just fucking built. This dude is buff as fuck. Very intimidating. Charlie's not really intimidated by him, and Charlie's a piece of shit. He owes a lot of money that he like. I don't know how dogs are using money and shit. I don't know what. I think they're using bones as currency. Yeah, they're using like bones as currency. Um, and he owes like a huge debt, and he's not bringing in the money like he should be. So Carface, and like his underling, who I can't remember the name of, Killer. Yeah, he's a fidgety, neurotic, and spectacles wearing Schnoodle, who's his comic relief sidekick. Um, he they kill Charlie. This is a kids movie. They kill Charlie. Which you should know. All dogs go to heaven. Should be pretty obvious. Charlie dies. His spirit goes to heaven because all dogs go to heaven, no matter what their deeds. They all go to heaven. Um, and he meets, what the fuck's her name? Not Flo. As a whippet angel. She was named Annabelle. She was named Annabelle in the 1996 sequel and the television series. Um, and she's like a whippet. Uh, that's the breed of dog she is. And she's trying to tell Charlie, "No, you're dead, Charlie. This is where you are." And he's like, "No, but no, no, no." And then he ends up like stealing this like pocket watch thing that allows him to reverse time and go back, and he's alive. And his whole purpose of this film is to get payback on Carface. The pocket watch speaks to him. It's the angel, and she's like, "No, Charlie, like your time is gone. It's done. There's no going back." And he can't grasp the concept of death. He can't come to terms with it. Um, but his whole this like he's in hiding at first, and he's like not wanting to face Carface. Just want to stay away from it. But this little girl Anne Marie. She's a 7-year-old orphan girl. She has the ability to talk and understand animals. She's kidnapped for some reason by oh yeah, and when the watch stops again, he will be sent to hell because he like fucking that's see that's so dark. As long as the watch continues to run, Charlie will be immortal. He can't die again. Um, Emery is used as like oh like they okay so she's used by a Carface. When she finds out she's being used, she tries to run, and Carface officially kidnaps her instead of just like adopting her as his own. He kidnaps her, and Anne Marie's voiced by the wonderfully talented Judith Barcy, who also voiced Ducky in The Land Before Time. And if you guys didn't know, this if you needed some sadness in your life, that little girl was murdered by her father. So really fucked up story. But great great roles for the little girl. Anyway, back to this fun filled film. Charlie has to he finds redemption in having to save uh Anne Marie. There's also like another dog named Stella. I think she's kind of important to the cast. Flo. Is it Flo? Yeah, it's Flo. It's a female rough collie and Charlie's friend who has a bunch of babies. A ton of babies. Ton of little puppies running around, and Charlie is friendly with all of them. We get to see his fun side. He's not a complete piece of shit. Um, we pass along some time passes with the film and everything. We get to see the fun adventures he goes on. There's a gator that fucking is like a jazz singing gator. And then Charlie goes he goes to heaven at the end. He dies. He ends up finding Anne Marie a home, and then he accepts his fate. I gotta go to heaven. So and he says goodbye to her, and it's a very very sweet ending. Very it pulls at your heartstrings. He goes to heaven. Now, when I first watched it, I was like, fucking classic. This is a classic. Oh man, untouchable. And then I rewatched it and I was like, you know what? It's very dated. And like I said, Burt Reynolds plays a character that's a very big piece of shit. Who is redeemed in the end. It's a great ending. Like I said, tugs at the heartstrings. I'm not crying. I'm not crying. You're crying, but it's not his best work. Don Bluth. A lot of people will say and they'll defend this, they'll fall on the sword for this film, and that's fine. You know, it's nostalgia. But I can say right now, my nostalgia, yes, there's a lot of good memories with this film, but it could be better. It could be better. It's a lot better remembered than what it actually is. It's an okay film. It's an okay animated film. Don Bluth went on to make even more better, greater films. Um, but yeah. So actually it came after An American Tail and Land Before Time, which are arguably better films. Like I said, I haven't seen American Tail. If I think I did a long time ago. Don't remember it. Maybe, like it's like kind of like All Dogs Go to Heaven. It was a one and done kind of thing until I rewatched it with my wife. But yeah, that's all really. All Dogs Go to Heaven. It's very like for a kids movie. It's like holy shit, this is pretty dark. And Don Bluth was great with that, with the whole like the concept of death, life and death, and fucking gambling, and little girl's an orphan, and cartoons. Man, the animated films back then were just wild, and it's something that they can't really replicate nowadays with the PC world we live in. You got to be very, you got to tread the line. Tread the line. You have to just walk precariously along that line and not trip over it one way or another. You can't go too soft. You can't go too edgy, too hard. But back then they gave no fucks. So I have to say that I have to give them that. Just rambling right now. All Does Go to Heaven, pretty good movie. Not as great as people remember it. Thank you guys for watching this review, and that's it. Okay, bye. I love you. Bye. Bye.